Hey folks, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. This video will be a video review, and I'll be reviewing the Phosphor World Time Sport Watch. Here I have it in white. Now the awesome people over at Phosphor sent this to me for a review. They retail for $99 on their website, and they come in 3 colors. This white here, very subtle black, and then a really awesome, I guess I can call it carrot orange. So you can check that all. Of course, I'll have links down in the sidebar that you guys can check out. Even if you're watching this video, maybe have my voice in the background while you take a look at these awesome watches. But normally you're wondering, why am I doing a watch review? I normally focus on, consumer technology, especially Apple stuff. So why am I reviewing a watch? Now, the cool thing about this watch and all the watches that Phosphor sells is it uses e-ink screens to display their time. E-ink, so that sounds relatively familiar, and if you know what that is, e-ink is the technology used on popular e-readers such as the Amazon Kindle and the Barnes & Noble's Nook, and you know how much I love my Barnes & Noble's Nook. I love my iPad as a tablet, but I always read books on the Nook just because of the high contrast, how great the screen looks, especially in sunlight and stuff, and all those benefits transfer into a really awesome watch. Now, some of the benefits of having the e-ink screen on a watch, first off, is the way it displays the time. My biggest complaint about the watches that I use now, such as these, let me grab them for you guys. I particularly wear, G-Shocks here. This is my first G-Shock. Is how small the time is presented. So look how large this watch is. Look how large it is on my wrist here, but I'm relatively small, but I like large watches. But look how small the time looks. So when I'm glancing over to look at the time, I actually have to spend time, funny pun, I guess you can say. I actually have to spend a little bit of effort looking at my time, and I just want a watch that I can quickly glance over and see the time and continue what I'm doing. And that's one of the greatest benefits of this Phosphor, I think. Look how large that time is, and let me put it on my wrist here so you can see the comparison. I just think it's really easy to look at the time, and it shouldn't be a hassle, and I feel like a lot of watches that I own and I'm thinking about buying has that issue where I just, the font is too small, and I don't really have that bad of an eyesight, but I just want to look at it quickly and then look back to what I'm doing. So look how large that font is compared to those G-Shocks. Now, another great benefit of having an e-ink watch here is the versatility of how it can display time. So as you can see right now, it presents me with the time zone I'm in, so I'm in New York City here, and then the time in large font. Now, if I swipe over this way, it switches. So now I have the time zone, the time, and then the time in military time. Swipe over again. Then I have the day of the week, the date itself, and then military time. And, cycle all through them. There's so many different ways to present the time. And I think that's just really cool. Maybe if you're in a different style, if you want to display different information, or even if you're traveling. If I'm going to be traveling to Europe, which I am next week, I would probably want to look at more of a world view of it, make sure I have the right area or time zone presented, rather than just having the date. But once I travel back home, I would probably just keep it back where the date is, just because I write the date a lot when I'm in school. Now, as I mentioned before, the way you really interact with the watch is with these 2 buttons here, and they're actually touch panels as well, so you can actually tap the button. Double tapping this button will allow you to start adjusting the time here. I believe double tapping this button allows you to switch through the area zones here, but you can also swipe as well. So swiping from right to left has you switch through the modes here. So as you can see, it's just swiping through all the modes this way. Now swiping left to right makes you switch the way the time's presented. So you can have black with white lettering or black with white. And as you can see, it's right back here. So I've been wearing this watch now for 3 weeks. It's actually been a replacement watch to the watches I showed you before, and I've really enjoyed having it. I've gotten a lot of attention from it. People see how large the font is and how cool it looks on my wrist, and they've been asking questions. I've been telling them, oh yeah, it's the same screen on the Amazon Kindle and the Barnes & Noble's Nook, and they want to know more. But I do have a couple of gripes with them after wearing it for an extended period. The first off is just the material that they use to make this, especially on the white watch that I'm wearing. It's a lint magnet. Now, the actual watch itself is made of this really nice plastic, but the bands are this really soft silicone. So you can tell how much lint an iPhone case will collect, but how much you can stretch it, and this applies to this band here. So I can actually stretch this a lot, and if I wear any type of long sleeve jacket, sweatshirt, cardigan, the lint from that gets everywhere. I really never had that issue with my G-Shock watches. It looks pretty dirty, especially on the white band, and it's kind of a pain. After every day, I probably just take a cloth just to wipe it off to look clean. But after every day, you know, towards the end of my day, it looks really messy. I'm not sure if the darker color watches have the same issue since I've been only using the white one, but it's really noticeable on the white watch. My second gripe is there's no backlight. Since you're using an e-ink screen, there was really no way to backlight this. So if you're in the dark and you check the time, there's no real option unless you bring it up to a light of some sort. And that's kind of the same issue you have with e-ink. In general, there's no real backlight to a Nook or an Amazon Kindle unless you buy one of those clip-on lights, so same idea there. And probably my biggest gripe is how easy you can activate these buttons here. I'll be completely honest and say that setting the time on this watch is kind of a hassle. You have to cycle through all the times, you have to make sure you're in the right mode, and it just takes a while. You probably would have to use the manual the first time you do it. But it's just time consuming. And every once in a while, I would just look over to my watch to check what time it is, and it's either in the wrong time zone or in the wrong time, and I have to readjust it. Either my arm was swiping the functions and holding in the buttons, or even just my clothing activating these touch panels. They're really good in theory, but I think they should really improve on the sensitivity of these, just because it's such a hassle to reset this watch every couple of days, just because you're accidentally activating it. But aside from these complaints, you know, this is still, I consider, really first generation. I've never seen any other company make these kind of watches, and I've just been really impressed by the way they implemented the e-ink screen. It's not that gimmicky, and I think it will become a feature on a lot of different watches just because it's so easy. It's so technology forward, I think, and I think a lot of geeks would like it. I know I really like it. So I do recommend the watch if you do check it out, if you're looking for something different. I know G-Shocks are really popular right now, and if you want to show off your geekiness or you want a great watch that displays the time easily, I do recommend this watch, and I do recommend that you check out Phosphor because they're doing some really cool things with timepieces and such. So for everyone who stuck around for this end of the review, I know it was a little bit long, the awesome people at Phosphor did not send me just one watch, they sent me 2 watches, and I'll be keeping the white one that I used to review, and I'll be giving away this watch right here. And this one is actually not in white, but in black. I never took it out of the packaging, it still has the plastic on, and the awesome people at Phosphor had me give this away. So for you to enter, all you do is comment down in the box below on this video, and just go to the Phosphor website, the link will be provided down in the bottom bar, and go to the models of watches and just comment below on what's your favorite watch. It can either be this watch that I showed you here today in the video, or a watch that you really like the style of. So just put that comment there, and then anything else that you have to say or suggest. And after probably 2 weeks or so, since I'll be out of the country next week, I'll be picking a winner through random.org and contacting them through YouTube PMs. So I'll probably announce through my Twitter, which is twitter.com/themacintosh1, when I pick the winner and message them, and just look in your inbox if you are chosen. Unfortunately, this will probably be US only just because I'm still kind of limited on resources on shipping and stuff. I'm still just a high school student and I don't really want to go through the process. Maybe next time if I'm doing a larger giveaway, I will definitely include international submissions. But right now it's going to be US only. Go to the Phosphor website, tell me your favorite model of one of these watches from their website, comment below, and I'll choose a winner. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you want to find me, themacintosh1.com, twitter.com/themacintosh1, and of course my videos here on YouTube. And I hope you have a lovely day.